You're still watching TVC Breakfast. Now back in Lagos, Emmanuel Ajayi is standing by for everything trending all around the world with Trending Now. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Absolutely, Riyadh. It's time to talk issues trending on the social media. And trust me, I'm here to give you all the vibes.
All right, take it away, Emmanuel.
Absolutely. It's time to talk trending now. President Bola Tinubu has ordered immediate withdrawal of police officers assigned to VIP protection, directing that they redeploy to core policing duties across the country. The directive came during the security meeting with top officials including the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Inspector General of Police, and the Director General of the Department of State Services. Now, President Tinubu made the order following the rising cases of abduction and security threats nationwide. VIPs are now requiring security escorts to use well-armed personnel from the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps rather than the police. The statement by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, explained that President Bola Tinubu has approved the recruitment of 30,000 additional police officers and is working with states to upgrade police training facilities nationwide. Let's check what the reactions are on the social media this morning.
Mr. President gave direct order that immediately policemen providing VIP protection should be made available to join the forces. The policemen providing VIP protection presently are to be withdrawn, and they are to complement the ongoing efforts against criminalities.
All right, now let's check the reactions on the social media. This is coming from Olawale Afolabi. Any order regarding the Nigerian police is to be taken with a pinch of salt until further compliance is implemented. I've lost count of the numbers of times similar activities were given in time past. Let's see if this were different since it's coming from the president this time. Let's check other reaction. Now, this is coming from Meta Prophet. Now, good move, but Nigeria needs to decentralize police force. The states should control their own security, otherwise reassigning officers won't fix the overstretch. This time away from that. Riyadh, Etoma, and Ibrahim, what are your reactions concerning this?
For me, it is heartwarming that finally the Nigerian police will stop being protectors of VIPs because at the end of the day, every Nigerian needs the service of the Nigerian police. The Civil Defense Corps, I think, was created for that purpose, and also Nigerian VIPs should also use the services of private security firms for their protection and not the police. We don't have enough policemen. We need more.
You know, Emmanuel, this has been said several times. I'm just hoping that right now, with everything happening in the country, with the level of insecurity we're facing in the country, we finally implement it. Because at the end of the day, I spoke about it during the newspaper review, it's not even just about having them with the VIPs. It's how the VIPs have degenerated our police officers. You know, when you see some of them, people just get police officers to clear traffic because they're going to club. And that is not supposed to be. We need our police officers. We need them to fight what is happening in the country. Not protecting, VIPs. Everybody needs to be protected. Everybody is a VIP. I'm a VIP, you're a VIP. We are all VIPs at the end of the day. So I'm saying that if you want VIP, you want to be protected, you can use private security, you can use the civil defense, but leave our police officers. We do not have enough. We're trying to fight insecurity and you are now taking them to protect just yourself. We need to do better. And I'm also happy that the president is deploying more people, into the police force because we need more people. We need more hands, actually.
Maybe the president should have said VVIPs rather than VIPs because we are all VIPs.
Even if it is 3 Vs, we are all.
Absolutely. So it's a good move by the president, and we hope that they follow this through because it's not the first time they've made these pronouncements. They did that in 2023, earlier in the year, this is in June, they did that in 2020. In 2018, etc. So we want to believe that with this emerging security situation in the country, they will be able to follow through, because one thing is you withdraw them, another thing is to train them, reorientate them. They need to know the core duties of a policeman, not staying by the road, collecting bribes or stopping cars, not doing the right thing, because we need them to secure our people, especially against the internal and external saboteurs.
Well, let's hope that this particular order will be obeyed by, all those who have VIPs around them.
We're watching.
Let's tell you that President Bola Tinubu has confirmed the safe rescue of 38 worshippers abducted in Eruku, Kwara State following the deadly attack earlier this week. In the same vein, the president also announced that 51 students previously reported missing from the Catholic school in Niger State have returned. Now, President Bola Tinubu said he cancelled his trip to the G20 summit in South Africa to personally oversee security operations, adding that his administration will not relent in protecting every Nigerian's right to safety. Meanwhile, worship activities have resumed at the Christ Apostolic Church in Eruku, Kwara State, just days after a terrorist attack that claimed several lives and led to the abduction of more than 38 worshippers. Addressing the congregation on Sunday, the CSC pastor urged Nigerians not to live in fears, saying, as Christians, we must not fear death. God has promised us eternal life. Well, indeed, God has promised us eternal. Let's get some reactions concerning this particular development. Sheon here is saying President Bola Tinubu is trying all his possible best to protect the nation and foster peace and unity. Let's continue to support with our prayers. May God be with the families of the victims and continue to protect all of us, all in Jesus' name. Amen. Away from that, Steve Rogers here says, they allowed them home, they were not rescued. You see, all these bandits are not just bad to some extent. They are just poor, young, naive, uneducated men with zero opportunities. Really? Okay, let's get more reaction. Alice Larry here is saying, God, after all that happened, these people still went to church again to praise and worship you. Please protect them. All right, so let's get some reactions from you guys.
Oh, yes. Everybody looks towards Mr. President for protecting you. Yes, he is the chief security officer of the whole country. But when the things are happening left, right, and center, we, the citizens, also have to take a level of responsibility for our own security and not just relax and say we already have a government that will take care of that. Another thing I want to point out that is every responsible government knows that one of the first responsibility you have is that of securing your people. Mr. President is working, he is, and he needs all the support he can get from each and every one of us.
And you know, when I see conversations on social media like, oh, what's the president doing? You know, he's just there not doing anything. I say that no president will be happy with what is happening in his country. You know, whatever country it is, if this was happening, there's no president that will sit down and be happy. Of course, we know that he's taken several steps to make sure that we end this insecurity. I'm happy that, you know, people were released from the church. I've been saying it. I just pray that all of them can come back, because as we jubilating some people, other people are in agony, and we do not want that. We want everybody, you know, to be happy. We need to end this insecurity. And then I saw someone say that after what happened, they are still in church. This shows faith. This shows what Christianity is all about. And, you know, the same God that they're praying to will definitely protect them. But I'm just praying that the remaining people come back. You know, our police force, our people, our military, this is where we need to see you, you know, stamp your foot on the ground. We know that the president put new service chiefs. Like, we just need to see results. We're seeing some results, but we need to see more results for Nigerians to even trust the system again. Because, Emmanuel, I tell you, on social media, even when you hear stories like people have been rescued, you know, people have come out, the conversation is different. People are like, it's not true, show us evidence. So we also need the force to do a little bit much more for us to now regain that trust we should have in them again.
Whatever happens, life goes on. And I'm so excited that the church has opened, even though some schools are being closed down. But we should live in a society where we're able to go to our churches, we're able to go to our mosques, we're able to go to schools, go to marketplaces, go to public places free without anyone coming in contact with us to harm us or to, you know, take our lives or to kidnap us one way or the other. So much so that it puts, you know, tears on the face, not just on the families, but also on the entire nation. So, Mr. President, the state governments, the local governments, local government chairpersons who are there, we do not just want to have different levels of government not really doing enough. We do not want, you know, security agencies not looking towards the direction we expect them to look at, but to ensure that they provide, they provide security of lives and properties, so much so that everyone will be happy to be Nigerians, and then we'll put a shame and a shut up to we are going to come to Nigeria, guns are blazing, and all of those kind of talks that come from.
Well, before we move on to the next one, you were in church yesterday. Did you close your eyes during prayers?
I didn't even think of anything. I was just worshiping God.
I was in church and I didn't think of anything. Funny enough, I was just praying to God, honestly.
All right, the safety of lives and property of Nigerians is very key at this time. Away from that, let's tell you that public outrage followed another road crash this time around involving controversial entertainer DJ Chicken in Lekki, Lagos. The viral video from the scene shows several damaged vehicles as bystanders reacted in shock. This incident follows multiple accidents linked to DJ Chicken in Lagos and Ogun State over the past 2 months. Now, public safety advocacy are talking at this time. This is coming from Ayodele Afolabi as renewed calls for the authorities to ban DJ Chicken from driving, warning that urgent regulatory actions are needed in ensure to protect innocent road users. At this time, let's get some reactions on the social media this morning. Well, it seems we'll get to that particular development. The reaction here is coming from Rotimi here. He's saying they should have cancelled this guy's driver's license and he should be instructed to go for driving lessons for 6 months. It's a threat to drivers and pedestrians. Well, let's get to other reaction. Okay, let me quickly get your reaction on this development. Etoma, Riyadh, and Ibrahim.
Coincidence. 3 times is a spiritual problem. 4 times is an advanced spiritual problem. But 5 times, man, you need Jesus.
And I think he needs deliverance.
You know that DJ Chicken is a nuisance, I'm sorry to say. I tell you, Emmanuel, I know that guy from them beating him on social media. That is how I know of DJ Chicken, because you see TikTok, somebody's either beating him, he's just looking very reckless. And this is not the first time. There's been this, conspiracy that, he does it to renew his jazz. Well, so people are saying on TikTok, but it's so very bad. At this point, he's not just an endanger to himself, but the people on the road, because he could have hit anybody. This is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third. I think that they should ban him from driving. First of all, I agree to that. Get a driver if you know you're not good on the road, because it's not about you anymore. It's about the lives that you are endangering.
Yeah, well, that's why theater of the absurd. That's the only thing. All the world is a stage, and the men and women are merely players. That's what Shakespeare actually said in one of his writings. The last time I checked, it was Etoma, it was Emmanuel, it was Ria that I saw behind the wheels. How do you have a chicken driving a car?
Absolutely.
I know, right?
It's a good one from you there, Ibrahim. Okay, let's move on to other matters. A heartwarming story is trending after a man hits jackpot of more than 1.3 million US dollar at a casino. And the first person he called was his mother. In a viral video, the man can be heard telling his mother, "Mama, we are out of the hood and we're leaving tomorrow." The clip has sparked social media reactions about family gratitude and power bond between mother and the child, with social media users celebrating the gesture. Let's get some reactions now on social media this morning.
There's like cloud fucking 20, man. You just say we out the hood? Yes. He said where he say out of? We out the hood. How much he win? 1,370,000.
1.3 million US dollar at this time. Let's get some reactions on the social media this morning. Now, this is coming from J International. Even after taxes, the money is enough to be life-changing, but he needs to use it as a springboard, not as a blainboard full of useless, depreciating crabs. He should buy a modest house and learn skills that will carry him through the rest of his life so he can keep climbing. Well, let's get some reaction. Now, our black belt investor says, "God, please send someone to this young man's way to mentor him on how to steward these riches. Give him the character and wisdom needed to grow their wealth and to avoid the pitfalls and snare brought on by options that exceeds one's character. Help him, Father." Let's get your reactions. Etoma, Riyadh, and Ibrahim on this matter. He needs help at this time. Will prayer solve all of this?
Prayers. This is a very heartwarming video. The love of a child to the mom. That's what I saw. You know, he hit the jackpot, and the first thing that came to his mind is call mom and say, we're off the hook. Look, listen, this young man, I believe, will allow the mother to do a lot of control when it comes to spending the money, and I hope he will invest and he has the smarts to run a business.
Well, if he ever needs help, he can call me. You know, I'm always ready to give this kind of help. But
you're not a financial advisor.
I've always been. But I'm very happy to see that he called his mom. It just reminds me of, you know, times that I do something very big and, you know, the first person I think about to call is my mom. You know, it just shows that family is everything at the end of the day. But then again, you know, I'm a bit worried about his safety. If I win a jackpot, I will call my mom in private because I'll be afraid, village people. Maybe it's the Nigerian, it's the African in me that will make me do that. But congratulations to him. Another thing I need to say is that I hope he manages it well, because you can make this much money, be very rich, and at some point it goes down the drain. I can see that he's very young as well. So I just pray that he manages well, and I'm happy that he's out of the hood, you know.
Well, when people do good things and then you call your mom, you call your dad, you call your family, it's a good one. But one thing is, I'm just averse to, you know, gambling, because a whole lot of people have actually lost their wealth, their lives. Some lives have been turned upside down. What some people are striking gold, a whole lot of people, a whole number of people, much more people are actually going into more poverty. So I will never be a party to, you know, gambling, no matter how beautiful it is.
Absolutely.
And you need to know when to stop with gambling.
But this is a moment to celebrate the young man there. Well, he made mention, he called the mom, the father is missing in action.
You can never tell. You
No,
know,
maybe it's a single parent situation.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of that in the US.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, time is of essence, the past, the present, and the future. This is Notable Time, reminding you of who, what, and where.